Hello, my name's Sam and you're watching my channel So Let's Sparkle with Sam, and today is my holiday haul video. So, as you will know, if you watch me regularly, I was on holiday last week, and if you're new, welcome. I've been on holiday. So we went away to Bournemouth. It was a family thing. We had a lovely time. I'll kind of fill you in more on what we did and what we got up to in another video. But we did have a couple of days at the end of the holiday where it was just me and Simon. So I'd had lots of opportunities to do some fabric shopping. So I thought I would go through today what I bought, because it's a bit of a bumper haul, and I didn't want the holiday video to be too long. So I'm going to go through what I bought on holiday fabric wise and sewing wise. But before I do that, I'm going to show you, it's a bit backwards this video actually, I'm going to show you what I come back to. So when I came home from my holiday, I had quite a few things that had sent to me in the post that I came back to, all sewing related, which was very exciting. Because you know when you get that little low when you come back off holiday, you know you've had a lovely time and you're pleased to come home, but you're just like, oh, I'm not on holiday anymore. But to come back to all of these parcels was very, very good. So yeah, so the first thing I'm going to show you is a parcel that I got from the lovely Libby at Elsa May Fabrics. And now I won a voucher for Elsa May Fabrics for the So Frugal challenge that that I did in March, and I was very excited when I saw I could choose any 2 meters of fabric, and the fabric came, and it came with this little postcard and a little tea bag. And it says, Sam, congratulations. I hope you enjoy sewing this up. Now, when I chose the fabrics, I had a couple that I could choose from. Now, the fabric that I eventually chose isn't necessarily a sensible fabric. It's a crazy fabric, but it's a fabric that I just loved so much, but it's not something that I would have gone out and bought. But the fact that it was a gift and it was a prize, I thought, do you know what? Just go for it, Sam. It's crazy, crazy kids crazy, but just go for it, because I just love it. And when you see it, you'll see why I chose it, because, you know, it's just a bit of me. So it is a lovely jersey. It feels really nice, actually. It feels like it's got really good stretch. And yeah, and as you can see, it's got fried eggs and other eggs, and some of the eggs are planets along with rainbow stars. It's like a purple blue background, and some of the eggs look like stars, some of the eggs look like suns, some of the eggs look like comets. I mean, it's just egg space crazy. Now, I don't know whether you know this about me, but I love eggs. I'm eggs crazy. I just find, like, you know, it's the meal of kings, an egg. I just find if I'm feeling low, an egg makes me feel happy. It really does. When I was little, if I was poorly, my mum would make me a boiled egg and soldiers, and it's instant poorly medicine, as far as I'm concerned. It just makes you feel better. So yeah, so I just thought I've got to have this because it's like 2 of my favourite things, space and eggs. So, I mean, of course it's going to be a pair of pyjamas. I am brave enough to make this into a dress and wear it out, but I mean, I don't know how often I would wear that, because, you know, you have to be going to a certain place and, you know, feeling a certain type of crazy. But, and I do feel that sometimes, but not every day. So, yeah, that is definitely going to be a pair of pyjamas. Yeah. So thank you very much, Libby. And thank you very much to Ruan and Sam for the So Frugal challenge, because you've basically given me the opportunity to wear crazy egg space pyjamas, and that makes me feel good. So thank you. So the next thing I'm sorry. It's just, you know, I'm just crazy. The next thing that came that I was really waiting and anticipating and getting very excited about was the lovely Vicky from the Sewing Bee, Vicky. And she had been doing a Kickstarter for some new fabric that she'd designed. And there was a choice of 3 fabrics. And I ordered the box where you got kind of like the starter box. So I got fabric, buttons and labels all together. And I'll show you the labels first. So I got these "You Got This" labels, which I have actually already got some of these because I got Mandy from Make It So to pick me up some, because I just couldn't wait for them. But now I've got some more because I can see these go in lots of my makes, because "You Got This" is, I give this kind of affirmation to myself a lot. I find that it really helps. I also say it to other people quite a lot. It's like, you know, whatever you've got going on, you know, you've got it. I know, I feel, I believe in you, that you've got it within you to deal with whatever. And yeah, so I like that. I think it's a good one. And then these beautiful buttons. I love that you've got a really good number of buttons, because in some of the packets of buttons, you know, you don't get very many. And then if you're doing a project, you know, you need to kind of button up all the way down the front, you've not got enough. So I love the fact that I've got some that I've got a decent number in. And then the fabric that I chose. Now, I found this really hard because, in all honesty, I loved all of her fabrics. And I ummed and ahed between the flower one and this one quite a lot. But in the end, I decided to go for this one. So I've gone for the Girls. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful fabric. And the fabric itself is just, I can feel that it's going to be lovely to work with. I haven't washed it yet. I do want to get it into the washing machine as soon as. I haven't got any specific plans for it as yet, but I keep thinking of different things. I've got 3 meters of it, so I've got a decent amount. And I haven't quite come up with the one, you know. I really want it to be something special that I'll wear again and again and again. But I do really, really love it. And oh my goodness, I do need to have this against my skin, because it is just the beautiful, most softest fabric. So that's that. So that was the second lot of happy mail that I came back to after my holiday, which was very exciting. And then I am signed up to the lovely Specky Seamstress, their label collective, and also their Bias Binding Association. So I got it all come together, and I'd also ordered some washi tape from them, because I was going to get some from the Stitch Festival, but they didn't have the one that I wanted. So they do a great thing that if you're a member, you can just pop a code in and then they'll send it you all together. So that was really useful. So these are the washi tapes that I chose. I got like a little Notions one with pin cushions and snips and tape measures and things on. And then I got this one, which is just scissors. I really like this one, actually. It might be one of my favourites. And then I got this one with the crocheted flowers on, because I just think it's a bit different. And then I got this one that says, oh, that's not very helpful, is it? Stitch with love. Stitched with love. And then a little needle and thread. So they were really cute. I think everybody that gets this will have had theirs by now. So I hope I'm not spoiling it for anybody, but if you haven't had your labels or bias tape, then look away now. But I've got a label collective sticker, and then I've got the Bias Appreciation Society sticker as well. And then my bias tape is this beautiful black hearts measuring tape, which I think is really cool. I really like that. That's really nice. And then the labels are these ones. So the little tiny ones are little sewing machine ones. And I think they're going to be great for putting on makes that I make for my sewing room. So I make myself quite often little fabric baskets to put things in my sewing room. So they're going to look great on those. And then this one says my new favourite. Oh, my new favourite make. Sorry, my new favourite make. I mean, just put that in everyone. They're always my favourites when I've finished. So yeah, so that came through. I am kind of going through because I have got quite a lot. I did come back to a lot of posts. My son actually messaged me and said, you've got a lot of parcels. He was a bit worried about it. And then the next thing. So my lovely friend Claire from Loves Red Sews, my new friend that I met her for the first time at the Stitch Festival. We just kind of hit it off. We loved chatting to each other. We bought the same fabric. We thought, right, let's collab. So we have been doing that this month. And in our little chats, we've had lovely little chats. We got chatting about buttons. I think we both quite like buttons. And she introduced me to a few button Etsy shops. And one of the ones that she introduced me to is called Buttony Biscuit Base. And I just had to buy some buttons from Buttony Biscuit Base because it's just such a fabulous name. No other reason. I did really like the buttons as well, but the main reason was the name of the shop because, you know, I just think you should be congratulated on coming up with a great name. But they did have some really, really great buttons. So I bought these ones because I just think they're really fab and I can see them going with a lot of my makes. And then I bought these ones because I just can see them going with pretty much everything that I make, and being green and gold. So I thought they were really lovely. And these were one of the contenders that I was going to use in the collaboration, but I didn't use those ones in the end. And then this was this was another contender that I also didn't use. But yeah. So those are the buttons, and they came along, and they came really quickly actually. So yeah, fabulous little Etsy shop. I'll try and remember to put the link down below to everything that I have bought in case you want to go and have a look at it too. What was the next thing? So the next thing that came was my monthly sewing box from Always Knitting and Sewing, but they've had a little bit of a brand change and they're now called Stitchy, the sewing boxes. They're still called Always Knitting and Sewing. The shop's still called Always Knitting and Sewing. You go there and they've got lovely fabrics and stuff you can choose from, but their sewing project boxes have been rebranded, and they're actually really nice boxes. And on the box it says the best part of your day has arrived, which is really cool. And I got my project box, and the project for this month, as you can see, is this little cute bag that you can keep, that you can use to take to work or picnics or whatever, that keeps a travel mug and then, you know, like a spoon, a snack, your tea bag or whatever in, so that you can take all your bits with you, which I thought was a really good idea, because it's one of those things that you don't think you need it, and then you think, oh no, actually I do, that would come in really useful. So as part of that, I got one of these, which is an exclusive Always Knitting and Sewing travel mug. How cool is that? And it's metal, so it'll keep, you know, it'll be nice for keeping your drinks nice and warm, and it's all kind of insulated inside, and then it's got a nice little top on it that you can just take the top off so you can sip from it and you don't scald yourself with tea. And actually I really like the size of it, because I find I love tea, don't get me wrong, I love my tea, and I could drink a huge bucket of tea, but if I do need to keep answering the call of nature a lot. So I find actually limiting myself to a smaller one is actually quite a good idea sometimes. So I quite like the idea that it is, and actually it fits quite nicely in your hand as well. So yeah, I love that. So that's the mug that you travel mug that you get with it. And then you also get all of the bits and pieces that you need to make that project and a little bit more. So you get choices. So in the little bag bit, I've got my sweet treat, because everyone needs a bit of chocolate, with their cup of tea, which so I've got a Freddo. And then I've got snaps. So you obviously need that for the project. I've got my thread. I've got a little piece of ribbon. Is it ribbon or elastic? Oh no, it's ribbon. And then a little button. So I'll put those back in the bag because I like to keep all of my notions for my projects all together, so I don't lose them. And I like the fact that they all come in a bag as well. I think that's great. And then my 4 fat quarters. Some projects you get ½ meters, some you get fat quarters depending on the project. And then are these, and as you can see, they all go really beautifully together. And the hardest decision is choosing which fabrics you're going to make it up in. I think I really like this one, so I think I want this one on the outside, but I quite like this one and this one together, so maybe I'll kind of do a mashup of those ones, but I like them all. And then you also get all of the interfacing you need, and it's always fabulous quality interfacing. I love always knitting and sewing interfacing. So you get the foamy one, and then you get the like the normal bag interfacing one. So yeah, so that came, which is very exciting, and I'm really looking forward to making that one up, actually, because I can really see myself using it, you know. I can see myself popping bits and pieces into it and using it for work. So yeah, really looking forward to that. Now we're on to what I bought while I was on holiday. So one of the first things that I bought while I was on holiday was a magazine, because you need a magazine to read on holiday. But I bought this magazine for a very special reason. So I'm sure you'll all know by now, but I bought the Simply Sewing magazine, and as you can see, it's been very well thumbed and very well read and shoved in beach bags and things like that and used all holiday. But the reason that I bought it was the absolutely wonderful Adam Sews. I should have it. It should open automatically on that page because I've been reading it so often, but unfortunately it isn't. So the lovely Adam Sews has got a 2-page spread inside it, and yeah, and it was just so lovely to open that and see him. So yeah, so that was really nice. So yeah, Adam came on holiday with me and kept me company, so that was really good. But the other thing that came with that was some patterns that I got with the magazine. So the first one was this one. Now this is it from Tilly and the Buttons' new book, and I've actually got her new book on order. I don't really sew a lot for children, but I do a little bit, and I love to sew for gifts and things. And I also join in with the Dress a Girl project and things like that. So I think this might come in really handy just as another little girl's dress pattern. And it does look very nice. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to having a go at that one. And then the Martha wrap dress. Now I'm a bit marmitey on wrap dresses. Sometimes they're great and sometimes they're not. I think if you do, if you have ample chest, then wrap dresses can be a bit, iffy. Sometimes they're great, sometimes they're not. So I might have to have a little closer look of the sizings of that and see if that's one that I want to give a go. And then the third one is just this very simple t-shirt. Can't get enough t-shirts, can you? So that'll be a nice one. And then I bought it in a local WH Smith's in Bournemouth, and I got an extra one, which was this one, which is the smock top. So yeah, which I think is really, really nice. And I can see that in some kind of really lovely kind of floaty fabric for summer. But I had a video call with my lovely friend Mandy the other day, and we were looking at the sizings, and the sizing's really weird on it. Because I had a look at what size I should cut out for me, and what size it wants me to cut out for me is an 18. But then when I took the pattern pieces out and measured them, I should be a 12, and I'm normally a 12. So yeah, I don't know whether there's been a mistake on that, or yeah. So it's one of those ones. I do fancy quite making it up, because I like that smock top pattern, you know, the smock top kind of idea. But I don't know whether I want to cut into my good fabric on something where the pattern is clearly not quite right. So that might have to do a little bit of twirling for that one. Bear with. So while I was on holiday, there was 2 fabric shops that I visited. The first one was Fabricland in Bournemouth, and we did visit it twice. I visited it once, kind of halfway through the holiday, and then again at the end on our way home, because I really, really enjoyed it. I thought the fabrics were really good value, and some really beautiful fabrics. But sometimes you have to walk away and come back again before you can really decide which ones that you want. So yeah, that's what I did. So I did pick up a couple at the beginning, but then I very much walked away and then had a real think about it, and then had a kind of bumper shop at the end. But I still didn't spend that much money, even though I've come away with 6 or 7 fabrics. So I was very impressed with myself. I'm very pleased. So in no particular order, I bought this. Now, I was really drawn to this fabric. I was really drawn to the print. I was really drawn to the colours. I think it suits me really well. And I've been wanting to make kind of a 1960s kind of shift dress for the longest time for the summer. And I think this would just be perfect. I think it will look really, really nice. Yeah, and I just really like it. So yeah. So I bought that, and I can just see, yeah, a little shift dress with a nice little cardigan. I can just see me wearing that again and again and again. So that was the first one that I bought. That's a cotton poplin, by the way. I don't know, I might not know the composition of all of them, but I'll do my best. So, and I'll try and link if I can find all of the fabrics on the website, I'll try and link them in. If not, I'll just link the website and then you can have a look. So the next one is this lovely cotton jersey fabric. Now, when this was one that I came back for, because I did look at it straight away, and I wasn't 100% sure about the stretch in it, whether it had the right amount of stretch in it for what I wanted, and also I'm a little bit wary of some of the white backed jerseys, but actually I kind of was giving it a good old pull, and I think it looks absolutely fine. I think it will be perfect. And to be honest, as I said, for the price, I think it's lovely. Even if it kind of, you know, for a wearable toile of perhaps a pattern that I want to try out. So yeah, I have got quite a few jersey dresses patterns that are piling up on my to-do list, so this will definitely go into one of those. I'm not quite sure. I'll pop it in my collacts for now, and then when I do my plans, I'll go through and try and match up all the fabrics. But I know I did have jerseys on my list because I've not got very many jerseys in my stash. Well, I have actually. That's a bit of a lie. I have got jerseys in my stash, but not ones that I can wear. Like, most of my stashing jersey are like for pajamas. They're all my funky stuff. Nothing that I can use for everyday wear. Yeah, because I just get drawn to funky fabrics, you see, and then they go in my stash, and then I wait until I need more pajamas, and then I make them up. So yeah, that's what I do. And then this one, I love this one. This was one, again, that I came back for because I saw it. And you know when you see a fabric, and I was really drawn to it, but when I had a look at it, I couldn't figure out why I was drawn to it, because it's not really something I generally go for, but I was just really drawn to it. I think it's really gorgeous. I love something about the drawing in the flower, and something about the dots and the colour. I think it's really lovely. The drape is really nice. I think the colour on me is pretty bang on. So yeah, and I want to make myself a long sleeve sagebrush. So I thought this would be really nice for a long sleeve sagebrush. I got plenty of it. I got 2 meters, and I don't need 2 meters for a sagebrush, but because I want long sleeves, I wanted to give myself plenty. And actually, because of the type of fabric, I thought, well, if I've got a little bit left, I could probably do a little cami top or something out of it for the summer, seeing as that summer is coming. And I can actually see the sunshine out on my window, so it is coming. It's definitely coming. So the next one is another cotton poplin. I thought this was absolutely gorgeous. Definitely gave me kind of Liberty vibes, 90s, you know, kind of that. And again, the idea is some kind of simple shift dress, possibly another fringe dress, maybe not, for summer, because yeah, just really nice. What do you think? Think it suits me? I think it suits me. I think it does. Now this fabric was a bit of a punt. I wasn't too sure about this fabric, mainly because I wasn't too sure about the composition. I haven't worked with a lot of fabric like this before, but it's a crepe de chine, but it feels not unlike any crepe de chine I have felt before. It almost feels a bit twilly, and I don't know whether that's a thing, but it's got some real stability to it, and it drapes beautifully, and you can see it's just really lovely, and I just could see myself floating around that in the summer for a dress for work. Because it has a bit of weight to it, but it's still quite light and floaty. Yeah, so yeah, what do you think? I don't know. I was very drawn to it. I thought that is beautiful, so that's coming home with me. And then the last one from Fabricland was a linen. Now I am on a bit of a trousers make kind of rabbit hole at the moment, because I am desperate for trousers. I've realised, going through my wardrobe, I've realised that I'm really short on trousers, and mainly because trousers that I've made in the past, because I've been putting them on and wondering why I'm not being drawn to them, and I think I've just gone the wrong way in the trouser style. So I'm trying out lots and lots of different trouser styles. I think as I've got older and my body's shape has changed, and what I do has changed as well, that I need a different type of trouser. So yeah, so I bought this lovely denim linen. It's not denim, it's linen. It's a cotton linen blend, but a denim colour, because I thought, do you know what, this will go with everything, and this will be great for a pair of trousers, and whatever I decide to make with them, it will work. So this is really just in my trouser stash, for my journey on to finding the ultimate trouser. But you know, I'll fill you in on that one. Okay, so this last fabric was from a different fabric shop. So when we were doing our rounds, my lovely husband always finds, he always says, oh, there's a fabric shop near here. He looks them out. We went to a lovely little village with a little village pub that we went for lunch, and there was a fabric shop there. Now I can't for the life of me remember what it was called, so I'll pop it on the bottom of the screen because it's completely gone. But it was a really quaint little shop, really sweet. I think I've got some footage of the outside of the shop, so if I have, I will pop that up there. And yeah, and it was family run. It was a little like Aladdin's cave. It did give me slight anxiety when I went in because it was just like boom, fabric everywhere. But it was really lovely, and I just felt like I wanted to support them. So I looked really hard to find fabric that I would be able to use, and I would want to use. And they had some beautiful fabrics, and I think if I was a quilter I would have stayed in there all day. But yeah, so I went for this. As you know, blue and green. I love a blue and I love a green, and I do love a pop of orange. So I'm a little bit wary of just like all orange because I can't really wear, but I do love a pop of orange. And I just thought this was really lovely. It's a really good quality. It feels really substantial cotton jersey. And I believe it's poppy fabrics, and poppy fabrics are always really good. And then, yeah, so again, this will go for a jersey dress of some kind. I'm going to put these with my other jerseys and decide which dress I think it will suit. I have also got a lovely jersey dress in my wardrobe that's a ready to wear dress that I want to clone. And actually this is definitely, because the fabric feels very similar, this is definitely a candidate for that. But I don't know whether I want to use this fabric first or clone it, make my pattern and then use this. So that's that. Yeah, so that was my haul. I am going to do another video, probably will be a Friday sews, where I just let you know what we did and what we got up to on holiday. And I did actually do some sewing on holiday, but I'll tell you about that in another video because I don't want to keep you too long. So I hope you enjoyed watching my holiday haul. If you've got any ideas for any of the fabrics I've got, please pop them below. And, you know, if you just fancy a chat, have a chat. That'd be nice. Take care. Don't forget to sparkle. I'll see you really soon. Bye for now.